Hey guys, it's Chanel. Today I'm going to be doing the book Courtship Tag, and I'm really excited because this is my first tag to do. So let's get started. Question 1. Initial attraction. What book did you get because of the cover? Well, this is going to be a little bit of a truth session because I buy a lot of stuff just because it looks cute, whether or not I'll end up even liking it. Fly Away by Kristen Hanna. I love the cover of this book because it totally reminds me of my childhood. Green grass, fireflies, riding your bike, just kids playing. It completely reminds me of my childhood, and anybody who really knows me knows I'm a very nostalgic person. I bought this because the cover's cute, and I did not like the book. I think I gave it a 2 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. I don't really care for this book, but the cover's really cute. Question 2. First impression. What book got you because of the summary? The Cellar by Natasha Preston. I haven't read this book yet, but the summary it completely just trapped me in. Here, I'll read it to you. Lily. My stomach dropped as a tall, dark-haired man stepped into view. Had he been hiding between the trees? No, sorry, gulping, I took a step back. I'm not Lily. He shook his head, a satisfied grin on his face. No, you are Lily. I'm Summer. You have the wrong person. I could hear my pulse crashing in my ears. How stupid to give him my real name. He continued staring at me, smiling. It made me feel sick. You are Lily, he repeated. Before I could blink, he threw his arms forward and grabbed me. I tried to shout, but he clasped his hand over my mouth, muffling my screams. My heart raced. I'm going to die. For months, Summer is trapped in a cellar with the man who took her and 3 other girls, Rose, Poppy, and Violet. His perfect pure flowers, his family, but flowers can't survive long cut off from the sun, and time is running out. That completely hooked me in, and I'm really excited to read it. I'm going to read this as soon as I'm finished with the trilogy I'm currently reading. Question 3. Sweet Talk. What book has the best writing? And it's actually a 2-book series. Asylum and Sanctum by Madeline Rowe, I think it's Rowe. Which I have to say, I initially bought Asylum because of the cover as well. These books are awesome. Asylum is the first book, and it's about a boy. He's a teenager. He's at this, it's not really a summer camp, but it's not really like a college, but he's taking like summer classes because he's in a college prep program. The dorms that he's staying in is this old abandoned mental asylum that they blocked off half of it and converted the rest of it into dorms for like for the college that's there. And it's filled with really creepy pictures, and I just really love this book. And I waited for like 4 or 5 months for this book to come out, and then I read this in like 3 days, and then there's no 3rd book, so I'm really sad about that. But definitely these books have like the best writing. I love it. Question 4. First date. Which book in the series made you want to go and pick up the rest? City of Bones and Clockwork Angel, both by Cassandra Clare. They are both kind of tied into the same story, but this is a trilogy prequel to this 6-book series. And I read this book first, and I just had to go and get the rest. And I was told by a friend who had already read the series to read the Infernal Device trilogy before I read City of Glass of this series, and I'm really glad I did, because otherwise there's some stuff in this series I wouldn't have understood if I wouldn't have read this one first. And I love Cassandra Clare's novels. She is one of my favorite authors of all time. I've read everything she's written so far, and I'm excited because she has more stuff coming out next year, and then more stuff coming out in 2017, and she could keep on writing for the rest of my life, and I will be completely content. Just keep bringing stories about the Shadowhunters, and I love these books. Question 5. Late night phone call. Which book kept you up all night? Always Watching by Shavi Stevens. This book, I started to read it about 9 o'clock just to wind down for the night. Next thing I knew, it was 6 a.m. And I read the whole thing. I love this book. Always on my mind. Which book can you not stop thinking about? Hands down, Dorothy Must Die by Danielle Page. And the reason I can't stop thinking about this book is because it left off right at like a crucial cliffhanger point, and the second book is only available in ebook series, and so I don't know how the rest of it turns out, and I'm really sad about that. So that's why this book is always on my mind, because I don't know how it ends. I don't know what happens next. Getting Physical. A book you love the way it feels. The Secret Keeper by Kate Norton. The letters on this book are like kind of, they feel different and they're kind of squishy, and I really like it. I don't know what it is about it, but it feels really cool to me. Meeting the Parents. A book or series you recommend. Definitely Life Lessons from the Hiding Place by Corey ten Boom. I got this book when I was with family visiting DC, and I insisted we go to visit the Holocaust Museum. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see a bunch of it because it was like we didn't get there until like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so I didn't get to see like a bunch of it. But I did get to do like Daniel's story, and I had to go to the gift shop, and I got this book. It's amazing. I don't really know. There's no words. It's just a book you have to read. I will recommend this book to anybody and everybody. I love this book. Thinking about the future. Which books or series could you read multiple times for the rest of your life? To be honest, I'm not much of a big book reader. Like, there's, several books. As much as I love them, I'm not a big rereader. But I have to say that a book that I will probably reread the rest of my life and also read to my children and anybody else, like my grandchildren. I don't have the books with me because I rented them through libraries as I was growing up, but definitely the Harry Potter series. It's just a huge piece of my childhood. I grew up with Harry Potter. I read the first book in the 5th grade. I definitely am a member of the Harry Potter generation. Hufflepuff all the way. I'm a Hufflepuff girl. The last question is share the love, which means tag somebody, and I tag everybody. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe.